Good morning. We are working on a 2021 Polaris Sportsman 1000. We're going to be doing some fluid changes. I've already got the drain plug pulled. Just wanted to show you where the fill port is. It's right above the A-arm. We'll go ahead and remove that. Already loosened it. I typically remove the drain plug first, and then this, so then you don't make a huge mess. So, got all that drained out. Pretty dark. Had some metal on the magnet. Nothing crazy, but definitely time to service it. I'll let it just drip dry for a little bit, and I'll go ahead and show you the back. We're also going to do the transmission. So right here is as the fill port, and then over there on the left side, that is the drain. So we'll have to go ahead and clean out all that debris so it'll drain off the skid plate much easier. Alrighty, so we'll go ahead and put the drain plug back in. I'll just snug it up for right now. Give it a good wipe, get all the remnants of the oil off. And then we'll go ahead and install the fill plug once we get oil in it. Alright, so we're going to fill up the front gear case or differential. I like to use a syringe. Really easy, just pull it back, fill it up. We're going to fill through that fill hole until the oil starts to come out the top. Try to give you some light here to see. And then that's about 2 ounces, so we'll start with that. And we'll do it again. It's a little bit of a slow process, but as you can see, it's contained, not a huge mess. Give it another 2 ounces, see where that gets us. And that's about it, so about almost 4 ounces it took until it started to come out the top. And just thread that back in, and then we'll torque it down to the factory spec. I believe, just off the top of my head, it's around 11 foot-pounds. So we've got our torque wrench set here. We'll go ahead and set this to 16 Newton meters or 12 foot-pounds. And that is set at 16. ahead and do the bottom drain bolt. Perfect. And that concludes the front differential fluid change. And we'll move on to the transmission. Alrighty, for the transmission, we're gonna remove this rear wheel. It'll just make life so much easier. We'll go ahead and do that. Grab a jack stand for safety. So now that kind of really opens up the window to gain access to your fill plug, which is right here, and then your drain plug, which is back there. So we'll go ahead and clear all this stuff out of the way. Of course, these are, seems like everyone I work on is just caked with dirt, debris, mud, sticks, all that good stuff. We want this cleaned out so all of the oil, you can catch it going through the holes on the skid plate, just to reduce a huge mess later on. Alright, so I got everything loosened up. I've got some tin foil that's going to run back to a drain plug right there, into the catch can. I hope this will work. I did disconnect the sensor, so you can kind of have a bigger window to work in. So we'll loosen this bolt up. Probably a little bit will drain out. Maybe not. It's all good. And then we'll open this one. And hopefully the tin foil trick will work for us. And it's not going to, which is okay. At least it contained most of it. So I've got the bolt back in. We're just gonna torque it to that 16 Newton meters. So that's good. And then we can start adding our fluid back. But that aluminum foil did a pretty good job of keeping it clean on the actual machine, but not so much the shop floor. But that's all right. That's what Speedy Dry is for. All right, so we've got everything cleaned up. Got that drain plug back in. I'm gonna use the same syringe here. Get our AGL fluid in there. This obviously takes a lot more, so it's gonna be a little bit slower process with this actual syringe. You can use a funnel or a gear lube pump. I just decided to go with this today. So we'll give that a shot. It is also nice that Polaris gives you the part number on a sticker right here to ensure you get the right fluid. So we got the fill plug back in, all the fluids topped off, everything's cleaned up. Going to just put the tire back on, lower the Sportsman down, and that's pretty much it. That's good to go. I'll show you that sensor quick. I did remove this just to make a clear shot. I did also find that this brake line was just floppy. There is a little hook right there that it does clip into. This was way over in there, flopping around loose. Could have gotten wrapped up in that drive shaft, so that was a good catch. But yeah, so I just plugged that back in, torqued both plugs, everything's filled up with fluid. I'll get this wheel back on, and then the service is complete. And then once we lower it down, then you can do your final torque on your lug nuts, and you're good to go.